Kenobi's Corner, Kenobi's Corner, Kenobi's Corner. Da-dum-dum.
Hello, and welcome to Kenobi's Corner. I'm Eric, and with me, as always, is he's Jonathan.
Oh, man.
just average Jonathan, because I saw you mess it up. I saw you write something else in, and just because you wrote it in there, I'm not going to say it.
Dude, you're supposed to read the intro word for word. That's what we talked about and discussed.
I'm not Ron Burgundy. I'm not going to, just because you put it in there, I'm not going to say it. The average Eric and the spectacular Jonathan.
Dude, I mean...
Baloney.
Come on.
Bologna.
We talked about this already. You gotta follow the script.
I went off script from this one. Well, we're here to talk to you this week about some movies, TV shows, video games, and comics, and everything else in between that we find interesting. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And if it's your first time, welcome. Man, so a lot of stuff happened this week. I think I say that every week, but I think less stuff happened this week than last week. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, but some big things with Doctor Strange is happening. The final trailer came out. Luke Cage came out this week.
Dude, Luke Cage.
Dude, oh my gosh, it's so good. And some random stories that we found were just pretty interesting. Some of them might be a little bit older than others, but just the interwebs when they finally get around to us.
Just a lot of fun stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah. But I think the big thing this week, I think either yesterday or today, we're recording on Saturday this week, some toys for the Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One movie came out. And, man, so many exclusives, man. It's so crazy. And then I know specifically the Lego series you're super excited about, all the vehicles that are coming out.
Dude, it's always a problem, though. Like, I buy too many Legos. Already, way too many damn Legos. I have... Oh, this is bad. I'm going to go through the list.
Hit it.
I have... Because I like the old school Rebel ships. Mm-hmm. So I have an X-Wing. I have a Y-Wing. Mm-hmm. I have a B-Wing. I have an A-Wing. I have Poe Dameron's X-Wing. Oh, yeah. I have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. I have a regular TIE Fighter. And I have 2 Snow Speeders.
Why did you need 2 of them?
I don't know. Maybe It's because I have an AT-AT and they need to attack the AT-AT
simultaneously. Of course. You can't do it at once.
Dude, no, I mean, come on. You
it's
got to
have
at least 2.
Yeah, for sure. What's the one that Cody broke?
That is a Jedi Starfighter. Okay. But I don't officially count that as part of the collection because it's a smaller one than the ones I normally buy. Mm-hmm. So I like, because they have the small ones, which are, not the micro ones.
Yeah.
They're small ones.
Not the micro machines?
No.
Okay.
Because they have no, not micro machines. Don't even give me.
Okay.
Come on.
I know.
So they have micro ones that are all about the same size. So no matter what kind of ship it is, it ends up being about 3-4 inches long. Mm. And they call those their micro series. And then they have ones that are like the small size ships, which usually run between $20-$30. Mm-hmm. And those are the smaller ships that don't really get into the bigger scales. You can't really fit a whole lot of Legos in them. It's like a one-seater kind of thing. Then they have the ones that are the $50 range. And those are the ones that I count as my official collection of stuff because those are the ones that are all similar in size.
Yeah.
And then they sell the more expensive ones, which are the $150 $200 range ones, which I only have a couple of those, but I don't see. I have that in that series. I have a Millennium Falcon.
Of course, you have to.
Because, dude, I mean, what am I going to do?
The one where the top pops up on each individual panel.
Yeah,
dude,
that
that's
exact
pretty cool.
one.
Yeah, I don't. It's going to be a while until I can justify buying some Legos, especially because they're so small, and I don't want
the kiddo's just going to eat it.
I know she'll just eat them up.
Those Legos, they look delicious.
Until I know such bright colors, and I know you have a hard time with keeping things out of your mouth as it is.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, but yeah. So Walgreens, Walmart. Most of the major retailers that are out there are all having exclusive items for Rogue One, ranging from either random figures to Lego sets to pop figures to just everything. It's just so crazy.
Dude.
And I know this definitely isn't something new. I mean, they've been doing like these toy releases for a while, and it seems like every time there's a huge release like this for a property, like people just like scarf them up, man.
Well, dude, okay, so like, and kind of like to kind of go away a little bit from the toy news, and we can definitely come back to it. But so Bob Iger like said that he like officially said that he didn't think that Rogue One was going to make as much money as the mainstream
7.
Star Wars movies. Yeah, so Episode 7, even Episode 8, because it's not part of the main series. It's kind of like an offshoot. It's kind of like a beta for them. Like they're just trying to figure out how to do these offshoot stories, so they don't expect it to really make that much money. As anywhere near amount as what was made on the other ones. But dude, like even with that being said, and I had already kind of felt like, oh man, I wonder how many people really want to go to it, because I wanted to be so successful, man. Like I really, really want it to be amazing and for people to go and everybody to watch it. But like because of what he's like, or because of like the releases and how much hype all these toys are getting, dude, I'm like super like, okay, maybe people like are liking it as much as I like it, and I want to see it and like the enthusiasm behind it.
Dude, I don't know. It just looks really good. Like I didn't think it. Like I didn't know. I didn't know. I know. And for me, like yes, I've seen all the movies,
right?
And yes, I really enjoy all the series. And okay, I haven't seen Clone Wars or Rebels.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those, but I'm still a fan. Like I really enjoy everything, and I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I haven't read any of the books either, so I know my now my reputation is even getting less and less. But I don't know. But I really
can't out yourself all at once like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That was a lot for everybody to take in. But I mean, still, like man, they're like just the stories. It's just super well done, and I really, really enjoy them. And even getting a family into them. And I know Gabby hadn't seen any of them until we really went to go see. The Force Awakens. So, and she really liked that one too. So,
is it the first one you guys watched together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I hope that there's a time that I can take her back and have her see the other ones, all together. But that's going to be a battle. I can barely get her to watch Harry Potter. So, I'm excited. And I hope it does well, just so it can become more mainstream, so that we can get more people around it. Because man, it's a great story. And
heck yeah.
Oh man,
I think it'll be cool. I really. I mean, I love these movies. Like, I love them. And so, dude, anything Star Wars ever going to throw at me, like, I'm watching it. And I figured you would be too. But my question is the other people.
Yeah.
But you know what, dude? Like, even though it's not kind of mainstream Star Wars, I feel there's opportunity to get other people who haven't been into Star Wars at all, that just because they don't like that whole sci-fi star, ship kind of space type adventures. Where, dude, I really think Rogue One would probably be the first Star Wars movie that my dad would watch if I really showed it to him.
Really?
I think so. Just because it seems to be more like, a little bit more of a war movie, a little bit more of like a quest kind of movie. And because he doesn't like sci-fi. Like, he likes sci-fi occasionally. Okay, so you know how much I love Independence Day.
Yes, to a fault.
To a fault.
Yeah.
To a fault.
Yeah. The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Okay, no. Then it's valid.
Okay. So the second one is to a fault.
Yeah.
The first one is just valid because it's that good of a movie.
Yeah. Just because, you're a man with two eyes. I mean, just like we all are.
Yeah. But you see, my dad, like, he only, I think, kind of liked that movie. Like, he enjoyed it, but it's definitely not one that he's gone back and watched again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't even know if he's seen it the second time. Like, he might have if it was on television and there was nothing else to watch. But this is not his style. Like, he doesn't like that kind of stuff. It's not what he's looking for.
Yeah, but I think that's with the generation though, man. Like, because I don't think that there's a movie that I know of that my parents would have ever watched over and over again, and I just lied. Actually, there is one movie my mom would watch Grease over and over again until the end of time. Just because, I think that was like, I only watched 2 movies when I was a kid.
Grease.
Yeah, Grease was one
And
of
Grease
them.
2.
And Grease 2 later on. But, I mean, and then Aliens was the only
okay.
movie that I saw
Really?
growing up that I remember, like, as a child watching. So I know that's a huge spectrum to cover. But
Yeah.
it was just one of those things. I don't know. Like, but I remember growing up and, like, really being into stuff and telling my mom, like, oh, you need to watch this. And I see that of of us now, like saying like, oh, okay, hey, like this is a movie we need to see. But like,
Yeah.
man, just adulting takes over, growing up, and you're like, damn it, like I really want to see these things, and
Yeah.
stuff just happens, man. You
Dude,
know?
heck yeah, man.
But yeah, what do you think is like something that like your pops would have wanted to see? Like, do you know of a movie that he would want to see over and over again?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
My dad's more, because my dad is like, he's born in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
grew up in Mexico. He didn't come to the United States until he was like, I want to say like maybe 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Like is when the first time he came over. So growing up, he'd always watch like Mexican television. And I don't even remember seeing him watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been into like novelas though.
Oh yeah.
Like
Telenovelas.
telenovelas. Like the stuff that
He's got his stories. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's got he needs to watch his programs at night. So,
Yeah.
so I don't really know, man. Like I can't even think of one off the top of my head that like, oh, my dad is like, he really likes that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It'll
But
be
I
a
mean,
project next time.
right?
We'll talk
I mean,
about
but
it.
now like I want him to watch Rogue One.
Yeah.
Like because I think he would like it, just because it feels, I don't know, right now from the trailers and everything, it feels like it's gonna be different. Every different take to it. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Like the toys seem to be doing pretty well. Everybody got pretty excited about the toys, like not just like the super hardcore Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's growing, man. Star Wars fandom is exploding, with Episode 7 especially, and now, dude, I really hope that it does well.
Yeah.
So I want this to go good.
Yeah, me too, man. Me
So
too.
weird.
Yeah. So, well, Target has some exclusives also, but Target also has exclusives for another movie that's coming out later this year, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Dude. And some of the stuff that they have coming out, some of the pop figures that they have is pretty cool. I think, and especially because, like, we just got our Smuggler's Bounty box recently, which was pretty awesome. And they have a pretty good pop series. But speaking of Doctors,
What were the pops?
the pops for Target or for
Smuggler's Bounty.
Oh, for Smuggler. Oh, we had a Grand Mark Tarkin, and we had Darth Vader who was in an action pose.
Yeah. So it was like Grand Moff Tarkin in like the typical pose for him, like the one that's like always like, standing up straight,
Like stern.
really stiff, like hands behind his back.
Yeah.
All his sunken face and everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And I said that was the one of the few pops that they altered the face for.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like totally completely round.
Yeah.
Or they're squarish, roundish shape. Like,
I don't know. What's an oval square? I don't know. Whatever that is, that's the pop head. But
yeah, like
the
the sunken cheeks. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, dude, it's him. Like it's
spot on.
It looks
Yeah.
so good, dude. And then Darth Vader in the chokehold pose. That was freaking cool, man.
The shirt was pretty on point too.
Yeah, dude. Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader fighting it out.
Yeah,
as pop figures.
It's pretty good.
Really, really good. Like really good.
Yeah, a lot of toy news today. Sorry, folks, but all this stuff is exciting with everything coming out. But with Doctor Strange toy news, they also dropped the final. I guess it's maybe a TV spot. Maybe
it's
Rogan's
a TV spot. I don't know. We're calling it the final trailer because I don't feel like there's enough time. Who knows? It's
less than a month
and a half away.
Yeah,
it's about a month and a half.
What's today?
1st of October.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we got some time. So it's a little over a month away because it's November 4th, right?
No, it is the 4th. Is it the 4th? I don't think it's the 4th.
To the calendar.
Yeah, so November 4th.
Right on.
So a month. Yeah, it is a month.
So,
I thought it was coming out later in November, but maybe I'm thinking of something else.
So November 4th is at the Friday, and then November 3rd is when we're all going to go see it. Dude, did we buy tickets yet?
I don't know if they've had any for sale yet. Usually I get an email from our favorite movie theater.
Yeah.
And I haven't got one that says Doctor Strange yet. I need to keep an eye out. I need to really start looking.
Yeah.
If it's this close, it'll probably be next week.
Yeah. Cool.
They'll sell probably 3 weeks in advance for that one, I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I already got the go ahead that it will be a solo feature that I will see. Too magical for the wife. She doesn't want to fall in love.
Dude, but it's it's Benedict Cumberbatch, you know?
I know. Good old Ben Cum. Dude, did you see him join the rest of the band of Pink Floyd sing Comfortably Numb?
No.
Dude, he went up on stage, and he is such a performer, but a singer he is not. I will say.
He acted like he knew what he was doing. Yeah, it didn't sound like it.
he was pretty close.
That's hilarious.
He was pretty close. I mean, he can imitate the best of them out there, but singing maybe better, you know.
Dude, and that's funny, man, because he is a stage actor. Like, that's how he started.
Well, I mean,
and he's been doing plays still since. You'd think his voice would be
maybe
a little
not
bit better.
Musicals,
right? Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's why he stays away from musicals.
Maybe just talkies, not musicals.
Talkies.
Not singies.
Talkies, you mean those Mexican candy or chips in the bag? The Takis? The spicy ones?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, he's definitely a spicy.
Takis.
No, he's definitely a spicy Mexican candy.
Chips, man,
chips. Oh, spicy Mexican chips. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. It's okay. No worries.
Just want to bag him up.
So anyway, exclusive toys. Doctor Strange, go.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, yeah. They have the.
You didn't remember what you were going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, it was the
vinyl pop.
The vinyl pop.
In astral projection form.
Dude,
you hear this echo in here? It's a really bad echo.
I know. I don't know where your voice starts and the echo begins. We chose a terrible room to record this in. But yeah, those look cool. I don't know what else to say about them. But John says that they could be more clear.
Dude. They could be more transparent, more translucent.
Translucent, yes.
Dude, well, because, okay, so the...
Still copying you, I'm sorry.
You're getting everything I say, damn it, Eric. Put some of your original thoughts down.
I know, I'm sorry. I need to do something about this.
So, but they did that release trailer for the Marvel box. What is it? Collector Core.
Yeah.
The Marvel Collector Core box. They did a trailer, so it's like, it's Doctor Strange, and then he's sitting in the like meditation pose, I guess, you know, legs crossed, kind of hands out, you know, kind of in the relaxation
pose,
meditation.
Formerly Indian style.
Right, okay. I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
So not PC anymore.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember back in the day, like, that's all, like sitting in the hallway of my elementary school.
Right,
like, all the
everybody's
teachers,
sitting in style.
The teachers yelling it out. And I was like, what?
This doesn't feel right.
This doesn't feel right.
You're still copying me.
Yeah. Anyway. Damn it. Well, get out of my mind, one.
Okay, anyway. So, but yeah, he's sitting in that pose, and then he like starts floating up in astral projection mode, and kind of like he's still in both in the meditation pose and then an astral projection form. He's kind of pop vinyl looking.
Esque.
You know, so it's a little drawing for the announcement of that box, but dude, it looks really cool, and I was hoping it would be a little more translucent because that one is a little more translucent in the way it looks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's just like a computer graphic or video.
Yeah.
Like that's doing it, but I mean, I thought it would be really cool. And then when the video came out, I was like, dude, they're gonna do one like this.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna do a freaking astral projection Doctor Strange. And then I thought it was gonna be part for the box, and then it may still be. We may get a different pose,
maybe
in that Marvel Collector Core box. But the one that's coming out right now is definitely on target.
Yeah.
So we'll find out when that Marvel Collector Core box ships.
Dude, because most of the other like trailers that they put out for their stuff is usually pretty on point. It's exactly what you're gonna get. But
yeah,
it'd be different. It'd be strange if they didn't. Strange. See what I did there?
Ooh,
if they went something different on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Well, other movies that have come out. I mean, this weekend, your movie's coming out, man.
Dude, it already released yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was like impossible to find tickets for Thursday night. Like, I don't know why it was so difficult, but
are you gonna go see it?
I want to. Probably Sunday.
And what movie is this again?
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Right.
I got it right. It took me like 3 months to get that name right.
Also known as Tim Burton's X-Men.
Tim Burton's X-Men.
And the reviews are mixed.
Yeah. They've been like really hard on it.
Super hard on it. And also, but there's also super fans out there for it. So it could go either. I'm really excited for you to see it because I'm not going to watch it.
Like, honestly, like we talk about it so much and joke around, and me being that it's going to be the greatest thing ever. But dude, my expectations are truly that this is just going to be a fun movie to hold me over until Doctor Strange. Just because, just a fun thing to watch. It's not going to be super great. It's not going to be the greatest movie ever, but it's just going to be something to, to keep me in movie form.
Yeah, to keep you for you to remember what it's like to sit in a seat and be in and have some enjoyment happen all over your eyeballs.
All over my eyeballs, to sit there and order things that I shouldn't be eating and have the food brought out to me in a dark theater that's super delicious, and then leave the theater
satisfied,
happy heart, happy stomach, happy eyeballs. It's all good.
The trifecta. That's
yes.
good.
It's the trifecta of happiness right there.
Well, I mean, you could have other things to hold you over, like Luke Cage.
Dude, okay, Luke Cage. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, man, I want to get into that. Okay.
Okay.
So let's keep moving along with some of these other things that we found interesting.
So other things that have come out, like as far as like...
So movie poster...
We can't just say movie poster. That's what I was leading into. I was just trying to find a good
sometimes
segue.
you can't. You just got to do a hard transition. Just rip off that Band-Aid.
Okay. So movie posters that recently come out was for Power Rangers.
Dude.
And it looks pretty cool. And
yes,
you know what? And I know why. And when you told me about it, because I didn't see the posters up until just a little while ago, pre-show warm-up. But I know exactly why you like them so much, because it looks almost just like Pacific Rim Job.
Just Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rimmy.
Dude, I think it's that whole genre of like mechanized fighting, like big giant robots taking it to monsters.
Yes.
I like that, man. And I think it's because of the original Power Rangers stuff that really got me into it. That's the first thing I can recall seeing that way anyway. Because then after that, because that was, I'm telling you, I think I was like early middle school when it came out.
Yeah.
Maybe late middle school. I know I shouldn't have been watching the show anymore. It was to the point maybe where it would have been okay for the first season, but then after that, everyone was like, "Oh, Power Rangers, that's kid stuff." And you're like,
"Yeah, kid stuff."
Kids can be because you're still a kid. And I kept watching it. I watched, I think the first maybe 3 seasons up until the first movie for sure. I watched it.
Oh no, I went to the movie theater to see that too.
Yeah, it's great. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
But
especially because AJ Squared was in it,
dude.
Ba-da-ba.
So good. But yeah. But I thought that's the first thing I can remember. And then in high school, people started showing me different animes that had it. And I didn't watch enough of them just because I didn't really have a whole lot of access to them. But I watched Evangelion, Gundam, all those ones. And those were my favorite ones, especially back in the day where it was, mechs fighting stuff. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like Knights of Sidonia too. That's a modern anime that I keep trying to get you to watch because it's the best thing ever.
You're just into large robots, man.
Yeah, dude. You know what? It wasn't. What am I thinking? I'm sitting here talking about all this mess, and I'm forgetting Voltron completely.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and I'm wearing a Voltron shirt.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
You're wearing a Power Ranger shirt.
That's
awesome.
Oh, my God. We were both thinking about large robots this morning.
We were, dude.
Dude, did you ever see Robot Jocks?
No.
It's a 90s... no, actually it might be 80s. And it was just like Pacific Rim, large robots.
Right.
But it was different countries would launch them at each other and it was like
war or
just like
friendly.
No, just like a boxing match.
Okay.
And it was just like they would see who would win or whatever. And it was it was super crazy. And I only remember a couple images of it, but I think the entire movie is on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. The last time I tried to see it or try to find a trailer for it, I found the entire movie. And I was like, oh, damn.
Robot Jocks.
Yeah, dude. So I'm going to throw it up on the description, man, so y'all can check it out. I think it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's done by one of those studios that no longer exists. So I think we're okay. But it might hold a better place in my heart because I was super young when I saw it, and I have not seen it since in its entirety. It's gonna be terrible, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like the worst thing you've ever seen. But I'm super excited about
it,
dude.
Heck yeah, man! I just love that whole thing. But I mean, anyway, the new the movie posters came out for Power Rangers with the kind of like, I guess, a small portion of the robot pictured.
Yeah.
But dude, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's definitely a modern take on the old suits and the old Zords.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a new Zord on,
dude.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm super excited about that movie. I probably shouldn't be. And I really just hope it's not like a huge flop and just terrible. But dude, I'm super excited about that movie, man.
I think we won't know we won't know the true tone until we stop hitting our face with the mic. But also when the first trailer comes out, when the first trailer comes out, to see I just want to see them in action to see where they're taking it. And I think it's coming out pretty soon. I think it should be coming out
March
before
24th, I believe.
The trailer?
Oh, sorry. No, the trailer's going to be way before that. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the actual movie.
No, sir.
My bad.
No, sir.
It's got to be coming up soon. I mean, they're well into production. They're well into filming.
I think they're done.
They're done filming, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, it'll be awesome, man.
Yeah.
March 24th is the movie release date, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think another thing that kind of caught us about the posters that are coming out was what?
Sorry to interrupt.
What?
New York City Comic Con is this next coming weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yeah. So not today, not this week, but next week. And October 8th, there's a panel for Power Rangers there.
Ooh.
So I'm sure that's got to be when the trailer drops.
No, for sure. Damn, that's crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's exciting news, man. That late breaking news.
That's if we're right. I mean, we could be predicting this as completely off. So
yeah, no. But there might be some other news that drops there too. Like I know because I think Kevin Feige was also talking about the next iteration or the next phase of Marvel. You know, also being planned out. I think because they said that Guardians 3,
right?
And then
hopefully another Black Panther, another.
And I think that's
Captain
what
Marvel.
That's what it should be. It should be like another and Iron. So that I think that's what they're saying is that it's going to be another Captain Marvel,
another Iron Man too,
another Iron Man, and then Iron Man 4.
That'd be interesting.
And that'd be crazy if they haven't followed the comics, spot on for any of the things,
right?
Especially since we talked about last time of them following, Infinity War, instead of Infinity Gauntlet, or
Infinity Gauntlet
instead of Infinity War,
right?
And then that's the name of the next one. But I think some of the rumors were like this is where, in the all new all different Marvel, where Iron Man transitions to a female character,
right?
And maybe this is like where where it gets handed off to her. But I don't think that's the way it's going to be.
I mean, people are so in love with Robert Downey Jr., but dude, like, how old is Robert Downey Jr.?
He's getting up there, man.
Let's check the internet real quick. 51.
Yeah.
So he's 51 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, by the time they even start filming one,
yeah, it's going to be super late.
I mean, to be in your mid-50s and still doing Iron Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that he would want to do. I don't know if that's something. Maybe he's doing like Iron Man 4 just because like it's his last hurrah. Like that's it. Like he knows for sure that's going to be done.
Yeah, that's true.
That
could be it.
One more chance to put your stamp on the character, and then you're going to be out the door.
Then dip out.
So I mean, and he can still do a Tony Stark, but I don't think he's going to be Tony Stark as Iron Man anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like definitely. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Because either they're going to transition. I mean, I don't know. Can they transition? They can't even transition to like War Machine.
Superior Iron Man?
Huh?
Superior Iron Man?
No. The actor who played War Machine.
Oh,
I'm gonna feel like an idiot because I know his
Don
name.
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, because he's older too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they went the other way and went Terrence Howard
and
again.
they broke his back. Spoilers.
Yeah.
For Iron Man Civil War. I mean, sorry, Captain America Civil War.
Iron Man Civil War.
I mean, he was in there too. So
yeah.
it was half his movie anyway.
That's true.
You're wearing a lanyard that says Civil War on it,
and the lanyard too.
Of the freaking movie.
This movie, John. This movie that's staring you right in the face.
Damn it. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, dude. I feel like it'd have to be somebody fresh at this point because no Don Cheadle and no Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, maybe another Spider-Man too.
What?
Maybe like another Spider-Man movie.
Oh, you're talking about Phase 5.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Going back. Going back.
All right. You're super distracted right now because you just keep looking at your phone, so I can tell you're not even paying attention to the subject we're actually talking about.
No, I'm trying to find this link that I wanted to talk to you about, but we're getting more and more difficult to do so when you call me out like that.
That's what happens,
dude. Because like now I don't even remember what the link I was looking for.
That's what happens. Okay. Too bad.
Too bad, too sad. I guess
late for that. Yeah, dude, but I mean, Phase 5, I really hope they do just some, I don't know, the characters I like. Hopefully Black Panther is a good movie. Hopefully Captain Marvel's a good movie.
I hope it's a great movie.
Hopefully they're amazing movies.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, man.
And they keep going with those series. Because I really like those characters, man. Like, it'd be really, really, really cool to see what they can do with them.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'm excited.
Me too, Eric. Me too.
Good. Stay that way.
I am. I never said anything different.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move along.
Okay. Are we doing Not in Our Wheelhouse?
Dude, you wanted to talk about something, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
I know I wanted to talk about something.
I know you did. Well, then let's...
It's just going to be super quick.
Okay. So new mini segment called Not in Our Wheelhouse.
So things we're going to talk about, but we don't normally talk about.
So not in our wheelhouse.
Just random stuff that isn't necessarily sci-fi.
We need to come up with a better name. Like, I don't know. If y'all can think of a better name than Not in Our Wheelhouse, I think that would be awesome. Think about it. Stuff we don't usually talk about, but want to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
That's a long title.
Stuff that's not sci-fi or comics or...
anything that we said at the beginning.
Right.
So.
Video games.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we talk about normally.
Yeah. So I know John really likes country music, so I know he really wanted to see a Western. Goodness. And he did that this past weekend. What did you see, John?
Dude, I think everybody knows that Magnificent Seven came out. Dude, Magnificent Seven is probably the only Western movie that I really, really like.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
I know that might make
that's a bold statement, man.
Oh, it's going to make people mad. Because I know I'm probably the only person that I know that really doesn't like any Western movies. The closest I get is probably Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, and that's not a Western at all.
Nope.
No, it's like...
Cowboys and Aliens maybe is another one.
Yeah, that's not a Western either.
That's not one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time.
It has
a lot of Western feel to it.
Yeah, they have Western themes to them, but I don't know if they can be considered Westerns.
I don't think so either. I think it's more sci-fi because of the alien aspect. But even then, it's not one of my favorite movies. I really liked it when it came out, and then the second time watching it, I even bought it. We bought it on Blu-ray.
Cowboys and Aliens?
Yeah, and Brandy really likes it. Brandy really loves that movie. Maybe not loves, but she likes it a lot.
She likes it.
And I, like the second time I watched it, once we watched it at home, I was like, it was okay. Like, maybe I enjoyed it because it was at the theater and we went with everybody. And
Harrison Ford, Olivia Wilde, Daniel Craig.
Come on, know, dude. It should be one of my favorite movies ever, but it's too Westerny. But Magnificent Seven, dude, such a good movie.
That was too Westerny, Cowboys versus Aliens?
Yes.
And then you went to go see Magnificent Seven, which is all Western.
Yes. Because Brandy really likes Western movies. Like, she grew up in between San Antonio, Corpus Christi, South Texas area, been around that kind of stuff. I think her dad really likes that genre also.
Oh, yeah.
So they've watched all those movies, like all those old school movies.
Oh, right on.
But I don't, man. I've tried. I've watched, dude, all the modern Westerns that have come out. Like, I've watched them all because I know Brandy likes to go watch them.
Yeah.
So we've watched, like, 310 to Yuma. We've watched True Grit. Even one that I thought I would like, Jane's Got a Gun. With Natalie Portman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even through Natalie Portman in there.
Even with Natalie Portman in there. Did
breaking
not
my
like
heart.
it. Like it was okay. Like it just, I left the movie. I was like, meh. I didn't
Did
feel
you
like
see
I
The Quick and the
wasted.
Dead?
I don't like it.
No, you didn't like
No,
it with
dude.
Sharon Stone?
Yeah,
Damn.
don't like it.
That's like one of my favorite ones.
I know, dude. See, this is what I run into. Like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, this is like
If you
Quick
don't
and the
like
Dead
it,
is one of my favorite movies, or Tombstone is one of my favorite movies, or dude." And I just don't. I don't like them, and I've watched them. It's not like I haven't tried. I can't get into them, dude.
okay.
But Magnificent Seven, let me tell you, if I like it, nobody else who likes westerns is gonna like it. Because
Everybody else is like, nah, you know what? This is too something else. This really wouldn't be a Western.
it's so good, man. I really enjoyed that movie. I really hope you go watch it soon because it's really good. Anyway, just wanted to talk about that a little bit.
So
Other
you
stuff
just,
that I
you
did.
just thought it was just really good?
Just wanted to throw it out there. I thought it was really, really good. If you're looking for something else to hold you over, if you're like me and you only like comic, sci-fi, other stuff besides westerns, maybe give this one a shot.
Yeah.
If you really like westerns, I mean, you have no reason not to go. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, do whatever you want at that point.
Yeah. Well, I really don't have anything. It's not in our wheelhouse. Okay, except for
Except,
Jack Reacher trailer is out
oh yeah,
for the new Jack Reacher. Definitely not in our wheelhouse. But
definitely not in our wheelhouse.
if you haven't seen Jack Reacher, it's probably like one of the only super badass Tom Cruise moments that he really has. Because Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, he does that, but he's just okay. Of course,
But in all the other ones, he's a badass, but he's an unintentional badass.
Yeah.
He's just doing his job, either spying or snooping or having to
Repelling.
rescue somebody.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to help out, and he ends up being a badass.
Yeah, but Jack Reacher, I feel like he is a badass.
Like
And-
that's the whole point.
yeah, that's the whole point. Like,
Be a badass just to be a badass.
yeah, I think my favorite part and I think I've told you this before. I told you this, John, for sure. In the first Jack Reacher is, I guess, they capture his lady friend, and the thieves are just like, or the bad guys call him on his cell phone, and or they don't. He doesn't have a cell phone because he's off the grid.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess Jack Reacher's trying to call them, and the bad guys answer, and the guys are just like, "Well, if you want to see her alive again, this is what you got to do." And he's just like, "She's nobody to me. I'm a nobody from Nowheresville," and and he's just like, "Well, okay." And then he hangs up on him, like Jack Reacher hangs up on them.
Yeah.
And then he calls him back. He's like, "You know what? I've changed my mind." He's like, "I'm coming to kill you." He's like, "And I got nothing to lose, and I mean to drink your blood from a dirty work boot." I was like, "What the hell, man? This is awesome." That's
freaking
probably
cool,
like one of
man.
my favorite parts of the whole movie. But
Dude.
man, the entire movie is awesome. And then the part 2's coming out, and it looks like it's just building off of that. I don't know. It like some of the stories revealed, but I haven't watched I think the second trailer just dropped, and I haven't watched that entirely. But it comes out this month. It comes out in a couple weeks. October 21st.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Coming out real soon.
So I'm excited to see that. And I know it's definitely not in our wheelhouse, but and I won't see it opening day, but I'll definitely see it.
Go check it out.
Check it out. Maybe that's Sunday. Or
Yeah.
Maybe at the
Or you
drive.
could wait midweek because we might have some plans with some other people we know to try to go see it all together.
Oh, really?
Just to let you know. Give you a heads up.
I didn't
All
know
right.
that. Yeah,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Thanks for the heads up, man. All super late. Damn. I know.
You know what? And I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's just because like I'm a man, I'm a male. I got testosterone flowing through my veins, and
'Cause you're a man male?
But movies like that, like more recently, I've really started to enjoy ones that don't necessarily have like a crazy plot, just a bunch of action.
Yeah.
But dude. And maybe just because those are getting better too. Like I think the way they're shot, the action sequences have gotten really damn good. But dude, Jack Reacher's one of them, and John Wick is another one. And I know
Dude.
John Wick is. I think you're gonna do a part 2 to it.
Yeah, John Wick 2, Back in the Habit.
Oh man,
No,
I'm super excited. I'm really excited about that.
I think John Wick 2 is just called Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, so it looks really awesome.
That was a fun movie to watch, though. Just some
You know what?
great action sequences,
That's-
just for the sake of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, it was just two really done good. I mean, and I hated when Theon Greyjoy did that in the first one. You know, he did a jerko, but damn it, John Wick was pretty amazing too.
Dude, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was on his way back, and then he did Knock Knock, and then I don't know what happened. Knock Knock was okay, but
Yeah.
Again, not in our wheelhouse, so we'll leave that for another time. But I guess the real
last
meat,
thing we want to talk about.
the meat and potatoes, I
Yes.
guess, of this, because that's what John put in our notes. Was
I was in a really goofy mood when I wrote up these
I know,
notes, man. Like, I don't know what was going on. I mean, like,
your tire breaks. You're just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw random words in there.
yeah, that's all it is.
So Luke Cage came out yesterday.
It did.
Yesterday midnight, maybe. I don't know.
I think it usually comes out like early morning on the day of the release date. So release date was officially Friday, September 30th. So I'm sure early morning, 2 a.m. or something, it would have released. But good stuff. Oh,
but
my
man,
goodness.
I know we started watching it. The wife just came back into town, so she watched the one before she fell asleep. But I marathoned a couple more, and damn it, it's so damn good. The intro itself is pretty amazing, and I'm liking the way.
So?
I think so, and because it really does tell the story of like what's happening. Like it's Luke Cage, like coming up, and because you know where he goes. Like,
right.
I think this has to be the prequel to Jessica Jones, right?
Dude, you know what? And that's one of the things that like Brandy and I were trying to figure out. We didn't know if it kind of felt like it was in the middle of Jessica Jones. Like right after the bar, but before he goes back and helps her out.
Well, and that's what.
So if you haven't watched Jessica Jones, sorry, because this is kind of spoilery, but he shows up at the beginning of Jessica Jones, and then there's a few episodes where there's no Luke Cage at all, and then he ends up coming back to help her out. And it almost feels like this is supposed to take place in that center portion where he kind of leaves to take care of something, and then comes back.
Maybe. And I got to go back and I guess see Jessica Jones, what happened. But it feels like, because it's weird because the way they kind of time it out is he's still getting over his wife's death.
Yes.
And that's made apparent like within the first 15 minutes.
Yes.
And he's trying to move on. But then he hooks up super quick. So then if he meets Jessica Jones, if he meets Jessica Jones, he'll hook us up with Jessica Jones too.
Right.
And they're supposed to have a long going relationship. So when does that happen? Does that happen before or after the series? Like where is this? But it feels like he's also I think maybe he's just come into his powers as well, or just realizing that this is a thing with him.
Right.
So it has to be pre-Jessica Jones, I feel.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Because
I really don't know.
Well, unless he starts working at the bar. Well, I guess, we'll have to watch the rest of the series.
Yeah, we need to watch the rest of the series to see.
Because
it might say something that might allude to it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I really don't know.
But and the reason why I think the intro is good is because they've done a great job with the other intros with Daredevil, with Jessica Jones, with Daredevil season 1, which is the same one. Of really having like some good context, but the way they show like Harlem is like all over his body, like it's like it's him, and like in a punching motion, super slow-mo, but it's like really like he's taking Harlem on his back, and he's just like really like he's the strength, and he's trying to protect Harlem, you know. So I think they convey that really well, and the music they chose for it super well, and it's different. It's different, but it's still done very well.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like, I guess because they already did that with Daredevil, like Daredevil's like completely all painted red, but you can obviously tell it's Hell's Kitchen, right? Yeah. Like they're showing scenes from it, they're showing like different landscapes from it, and it's kind of like you said, bathed on his body basically. I mean, to me, it's already been done. So like, I mean, it's cool that they're keeping the theme the same. It's thematically the same, but I was like, It wasn't that it was bad. I just was not impressed by it because to me, it's just already been done. Because of already Daredevil, like, so not bad, but it wasn't great.
Okay. You're allowed to think that. I'll allow it.
All right. Even though I'm wrong, right? Is that what you're going to say next?
Hey, I didn't say it. You did.
All right.
No,
anyway.
it's your opinion. It's your own opinion. I can't ask your opinion and then tell you, no, wrong.
So it just came out Friday. I mean, we're recording Saturday. We'll post this tomorrow on Sunday. So we don't want to say too much on it just because, give people a chance to kind of watch. We did watch the first 3 episodes, both of us did. So we'll talk a little bit and a little bit less spoilery for this episode. Maybe we'll get more in depth next week.
Yeah.
So if you want to, try to watch it, maybe not wait till the next episode until you've seen the rest of the Luke Cage series. But we'll talk a little bit more about it next time. That way, give a chance to everybody to check it out. But cool. Yeah. So the first 3 episodes, it's Harlem.
Yeah.
We have Luke Cage. So right off the bat, first scenes of the show, I was really shocked of like how TVMA this thing is.
Dude, this is almost like HBO level.
Right?
I forgot it was on Netflix for a second because
right, yeah.
I just finished watching The Night Of on HBO and I was like, whoa, this is pretty crazy. But it feels like, no, it is like super mature. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's like they took like the TVMA rating and they took it to the max.
Yeah.
Maybe just without the F-bomb. I don't think I heard them.
No, they didn't.
Did they?
Yeah, he dropped 1 F-bomb.
One.
But,
that might be the regulation for TVMA.
No,
for a series.
The regulation for PG-13 is you're allowed 1 F-bomb as long as it's not in reference to the actual sexual act.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 1 PG-13. And then,
dang,
but then after
knowledge
that,
on the MPAA. Go ahead,
dude.
Good job.
You're welcome, by the way. Yeah. But anything else, after that, and you can say shit as much as you want to in PG-13, I think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But,
they use that a lot in this show. So.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
Dude, yeah, nudity, at least partial nudity,
almost full on. I feel like there's one scene where I feel like it's full on, and if it's not, it's pretty damn close.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
Very little is left for them to not to show.
Right. Yeah, and but that kind of goes with the theme of this whole thing. Is all the Marvel shows on Netflix have been very this is an adult show. It's not a kid show. It's not like a superhero show.
And the violence also, there's one scene where this guy gets shot in the stomach and his guts fly out.
Right.
Dude, I was like, whoa, my gosh. I was did not expect that to happen. But people were just firing off random pistols and just I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the name of the guns are.
Violent, yeah.
And this one guy comes with a shotgun out of the nowhere and it hits this guy in the back and all his guts go bleh. And I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, dude. Gritty, dude.
Yeah. So, super adult themed, you know, but it's keeping it real.
Right. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit spoiler. It's going to be a little bit spoiler, but I got to say it. Right away also, you meet Misty Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Right within the first 3 episodes, I was like, dang, that's freaking awesome. I guess I hadn't really paid that close of attention to who was going to be on the show and what roles, but dude, I was like, yes, they're getting really into the ground level work of this stuff and bringing stuff in from the comics. Speaking of which, another moment that's kind of spoilery. This won't be too much spoilers except for the fact that it happens. But they take the very first cover of Power Man, for Luke Cage, and they put him in that exact outfit at one point in the movie. That had to be the greatest moment of the entire movie for me. I was and then the fact that he says something about it, I'm not gonna say, but dude, so freaking good. I couldn't believe that they had done that. It was awesome.
Yeah, and dude, and how they kind of pepper the other series also, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, and I think, sure.
The Incident, high res, you're not gonna get guys selling bootleg copies of what's happening with the Avengers and stuff. You can only assume the Avengers because that's what's happening. On the street corners. They mentioned the Power Man title when Pops, he's lifting a refrigerator. And he's like, there you go, my Power Man.
Yeah.
And he's like, there you go.
They've seen it a couple times. He calls him that, references that a few times. So
they're just throwing around nicknames, So I think that's cool. And let's see, what else? They throw a few. There's so much stuff that's in there. But I think the only thing is they kind of takes it out a little bit. And it's, I think the girl or the lady that plays the senator.
Yes.
She also plays the woman who told Tony Stark, "You killed my son" in Civil War.
Is it?
And they're
Are you
supposed
sure
to be in the
one?
same universe.
Are you sure it's the same one?
Yeah, I was just reading an article about that.
Really?
Yeah. And she's supposed to, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe it is connected.
Maybe or isn't.
Because it wasn't in New York. It was the incident in Sokovia.
Yeah.
But I think this is supposed to take place before
all that.
the Sokovia stuff.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
Because if it's the incident, then maybe it's the Avengers 1.
Yeah. It would have to be right after that.
Yeah. So maybe it's connected, and
right?
And maybe we just need to finish watching the show before we really say anything about it. Yeah, but man, just the first 3 episodes are just really good.
Really good.
Oh, and the music tie-ins, dude.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about next.
Damn it. Just like the whole music feel like it's super like Motown and
right, yeah.
It's just really, really done well.
So I mean, like, yeah, the main villain, and this isn't really that spoilery, but I mean, the main villain, and I think, and they've shown him very, a lot already, but it's Cottonmouth, and dude, he owns a club, and that club is like a music club. Mm-hmm. And dude, but just the way they tied in, like, and I mean, at all points, there's a point where Luke Cage is kind of beating up on some bad guys, and he puts on like headphones, and like we go right in with the music that he has on in the headphones. Like, and it's freaking cool, man. Like, it's done. I really like the way they did that part of it. A lot of music tie-ins, a lot of really good music choices. I think just kind of for the overall feel of it and what's going on. Like, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah,
dude,
I dig it.
And I mean, so your ears already getting bathed in awesomeness.
Yeah.
Like, but they do the same with your eyeballs, man, because the cinematography in that thing, dude, the cinematography was really, really good, I think. How'd you feel about that?
Super on point, man. I dig it.
Dude.
Like, I don't know. They really pay attention, like, to the details.
Right.
And I think they know that these are the types of things that the fans are looking for.
Right.
And how the previous shows did so well, how to carry that on and to just kind of keep that moving. Like, I'm just really excited about how everything's been moving on, and like we only have like Iron Fist left before they do the Defenders series, which I hope they can really wrap up Iron Fist and then really just give us like full throttle like Defenders and just like man, I'm just excited like to see like how well it's still continuing to go. And unless something really happens in episode 4 to the end where it's just like terrible, but I'm hoping it's like the first 3 episodes are cool, but like the last 7 drop off.
Yeah, no, but I mean it's good, man. It's really, really good. Yeah, dude, just the way it really feels street level. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Like, these are what Marvels themselves are calling their street level heroes, and kind of going through and dude, the way they shoot it, even, like everything is street level, everything is close, everything is in tight. The way that's what I mean by the cinematography too, like the way everything's lit. Like, you have a lot of times where there's no white light shining on this character or anything like really brightly lit up. Like, if he's walking down the street, he's being lit up by those street signs,
Yeah.
If he's in a building, he's, there isn't any light unless he's underneath like one of the lights from within the building, like one of the hallway lights that you would see in a regular old rusty building. Like, and they really do a good job of like keeping it true to that. And dude, I think it makes it really, really good for keeping it at a point where you're in the mix with them. And, you're really feeling it on a small scale compared to the big scale stuff with the big of heroes that are the Avengers and all those guys.
Yeah.
But it's really freaking cool, man. They've done a good job of keeping that theme throughout all of them. The first 3 episodes are awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I can't wait to like finish watching the rest of it.
I know. Hurry up, man. Go to your show. Come back. Finish watching these movies or watching these
TV shows.
Watching these episodes, dude. Because also, speaking of westerns, I know how much you dig them now. Westworld is coming out on HBO.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
dude. I'm excited to see that. Just the trailers look so trippy.
Dude, it looks nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I want to watch it just because more of the sci-fi elements, not necessarily the western elements.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know it's a remake of an old thing, which I haven't looked into too much, but it looks really good with J.J. Abrams behind it and
Yeah.
everything. It's kind of like, and I don't know if this be up your alley or anything, but it looks kind of like a Western Fringe type feel to it.
Okay, yeah,
So
I get into that. I like Fringe. Fringe is a great
oh yeah,
show.
Fringe was amazing. I think up until they went into the other
No
world.
way, dude. That's when it got good.
Really, you think so?
Oh yeah, dude. I love it.
I think the whole mystery behind everything was pretty awesome behind that show.
I like
and
the entire series, like everything front to back. To me, when people are like, until they did this or until they did that, like
You're like, no, I loved it all.
it's all good.
Yeah.
All of it's good.
Well, I mean, you're allowed to think that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's my opinion, man. It's mine.
No, you're wrong, John. Again, this whole episode.
Fallacies, man.
Yeah.
All right,
cool.
man. Well,
I
we've
think-
talked enough.
I think so. I think that should be enough for this week. What do you think?
I think it's good, man.
Cool. Well, where do you think that people can find us? Or where do you know they can find us?
Well, oh man, I can do both. They should be able to find us on Facebook, but somebody hasn't created a Facebook page yet.
I
Even
did
though
the
they
YouTube
promised
page.
This, like before we ever started recording. You
That's
can't
true.
just substitute one thing for another just because you said it like later on.
I think that's what I did.
It's exactly what you did. I'm saying no.
I'm saying that.
Veto that.
Well, I almost got a legit computer, so once that happens, then I'll be able to do that.
Okay, or at least we'll pretend that for a little bit.
Okay.
Other than that, we post these directly to SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Kenobi's Corner. If you want to communicate with us, find us on Twitter. We're at Kenobi's Corner on Twitter. If you want us to find us on iTunes, maybe you found us on Twitter or SoundCloud. iTunes, we're in the podcast section there. We're in the podcast section of the Google Play Store. I mean, anywhere else you want us to be, definitely hit us up. Give us a tweet. We'll try to get on that platform. I know for the most part, everybody's intermixing with just being on those platforms already.
Yeah.
So, and then lastly, there's no video element to this, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
It's still just voice.
Yeah.
Put a nice little picture on there for you, though. But you can find us also on YouTube now,
Yeah.
which Eric has done and is trying to substitute that for Facebook.
Yeah, dude, and also on Android devices, because I have an Android device. John's mostly Mac, if not all Mac. Castbox just pulls all the podcasts into like one centralized location. They pull us as well. So if you're on an Android device and looking for something to play the show on,
there's tons of
definitely.
those, yeah.
So I mean, it's a free app. It's pretty similar to the podcast iTunes app. So that's it. It is what it is. So just
It is what it is.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, cool.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Enjoy yourselves and each other.